You hear that it is important to train to failure all around the fitness industry. But what are the benefits and why is it necessary? Or is it necessary at all? This video will discuss the benefits of training near failure when lifting weights, as well as tips to get the most from your workout. After all, your time is valuable and we need to get you results. To accomplish an amazing workout, it will happen with the quality of the workout over the volume. If you were to work out only a couple of sets per body part, trained properly, near your maximum, this would be more effective in gaining strength than 10 sets going through the motions without concentrating or working out as hard. I believe working out intensely for 30 to 45 minutes at a time is far more effective than 2 hours of a subpar workout. I will cover the benefits of pushing your body to within a few repetitions of your maximum potential regardless of your current fitness level. Training to failure is not a new philosophy. Bodybuilders and athletes dating back to the 70s discussed the benefits of failure training. One notable name is Mike Mentzer, who was a professional bodybuilder. He preached the benefits of training just about to failure. He taught people to go all the way to failure in about 6 to 9 repetitions. He encouraged force reps, which is going past what you can do with the help of a partner, as well as proper form and a full range of motion. In addition, he taught that extremely long rest periods between workouts, so many days or even a couple weeks, was needed for full recovery. It's a little background as far as where some of the strength training principles came from. If you feel like you've gotten any value so far, please like and subscribe so we can continue to bring practical advice to everyday people looking to get in shape. With updated research and studies we have found today, I believe that the truth lies somewhere in between complete failure and not pushing hard enough. We can build on these discoveries from decades ago and add to it. Again, I ask, is failure training the best training? Maybe, just maybe the answer is sometimes. In my opinion, training to within 3 to 5 repetitions of failure when lifting weights is very effective in building muscle and feeling healthier. On a good day, maybe you can push it within 1 or 2 repetitions. If you're maybe lacking energy that day, just try to be consistent and still go and work out as hard as you can on that given day. There have been somewhat mixed results on training to complete failure. However, it is mostly positive in regards to pushing a little harder than you think you can or think you are capable of. With new research, we have found that the greatest indicator for overall strength gain is instead the overall load lifted, the amount of weight. This is also known as progressive overload or increase in weight lifted over time on your muscles. This can be altered and varied with different tempo, focusing on the eccentric portion of the lift, the part coming down, trying to get different angles on the same muscles. Some muscles need more variation than others to see growth and progress. Leave some comments below letting us know what exercise you've done or how you've seen success in trying some of these different forms with weightlifting. One of the most important aspects to resistance training is specificity training. This has to do with how you train the muscles and how you mix things up. One way or phase to focus on is initially training heavy. This would be when you lift close to failure with just a few reps of training. So within 3 to 5 reps of your total amount, but in this area, you would only have 3 to 6 repetitions total. You will not need to do as many sets when you do this. Also, you might need longer rest times between sets. Aim for 2 to 3 minutes of rest between. If you work close to failure, cut down from 4 to 5 sets that you would normally do to maybe just 2 sets, but really push it. Another way, or another phase, when you really just want to focus on is muscle hypertrophy. This is where you're really trying to get the muscles to grow and push for a few more reps with a little less weight than the heavy strength training. You're working on developing the size of your muscle fibers through moderate weight. With hypertrophy training, I would aim for 8 to 12 repetitions. For example, if you think you can do 8 repetitions at a given weight you're comfortable with, really push it and do a couple more. Add on a couple extra repetitions. Again, we're trying to add 3 to 5 extra and push pretty close to failure. Be safe, yet push yourself. There's also a place for lifting lighter weights, going more high repetition in your resistance training. Lifting lighter weights for these higher repetitions can help to build endurance. This is done by increasing the overall time under tension as you're doing maybe 20, 25 repetitions. Your heart rate will also elevate more with higher repetition training. With lighter loads, you can train close to failure level or exercise-induced fatigue without having to spot or having to have someone with you. This is a way where you can get this training done on your own and can feel more independent in doing so. You don't have to worry about hurting yourself or getting stuck under a heavy load. Overall, no matter what lifting variation you choose, I would recommend adjusting the weight or goal as needed, yet still keep it within about 5 repetitions of failure. This can be hard to judge because judging failure is somewhat arbitrary and not an exact science. It can be hard to put a number on it. However, I would push a little past what you think you can normally do while still being safe. How do you estimate how many repetitions you have left in the tank? Although it is really just an educated guess, I would try to get as close as you can to momentary muscular fatigue or maxing out. I know it can be hard to train this way when working out on your own as well. So if you don't have someone to work out with, be safe. Try this using machines or even cables or pushes where you can do things without any assistance, something that has an assistance or safety worked in. On the other hand, if you have someone who you can be with and who can spot you, you could try maxing out every few months or so to monitor your progress. To clarify, maxing out is simply performing the exercise until you can no longer do it without compromising form. I would also recommend keeping a workout journal to track your progress. Keeping track of the volume of sets, the weight lifted, how often you're working out. Not only does this help with accountability, but it helps give you a baseline to see if you are improving and helps with seeing tangible progress. There's tons of research and data out there supporting different forms of exercise and what is most effective. You can usually make it support what you want to when pulling out different parts. There are different groups and demographics, different sample sizes, conflicting data, things that make it all hard to contextualize it. These studies show differing methods and ways to evaluate training close to failure. While this can seem overwhelming, I believe if you are consistent and balanced in your approach, you will see results. Make the time to prioritize your health so you feel better and can be the best version of you. Make time to lift weights 2 to 3 times a week minimum. Go on walks, jogs, bicycle rides, and put good food in your body. If you do this consistently and stick to a program, you will see results and it will become a habit. I believe the sweet spot appears to be mixing up and training within a few reps of failure. Try higher reps, try lower reps, and remember, have fun. Do something you enjoy. If it is not enjoyable, you won't have the motivation to stick with it. Change things up every 6 to 8 weeks. Try moving the weight slower, faster. Come down slowly on the eccentric part to stimulate more muscle growth. Try different things. To recap, about 3 to 5 repetitions away from failure without injuring yourself is ideal. Allow yourself to ease into things and become comfortable. The point of this video is to think about what it will take to push you to work out a little harder than what you're used to. This is where your body will be tested and strengthened. I would always advise caution and moderation. Don't look to exhaust muscles every set, as this is not sustainable. Make sure to consult a physician prior to engaging in any exercise. Also, if you're pushing hard, please bring a friend or work with a personal trainer or fitness professional. Anyone working out hard in any direction with constant soreness, complete failure, doing 67 sets in a workout, is either not sustainable, probably on steroids, or maybe the real life Hulk. All jokes aside, work out hard and push yourself within a few repetitions of what you can do. If you do this correctly with good form, you will see and more importantly feel healthier. As always, trying to bring practical advice to everyday people.